This one's back to you, Mr. Langston, but this is our final question, and then after this we'll go to closing statements. What can you do, or what would you do to help increase road safety, traffic safety inside Wakulla County?
You know, we address that. It's a very important issue. I don't know whether you're aware of this or not. We have 3,500 automobiles running up and down 319 every morning, as much as 8,500 a day. And so that is the reason why we started the traffic unit of the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office. And since that time, our focus has been on traffic accidents, speeders. We just got some new speed spies that we have received on a grant. And so we recognize that as a problem in our communities. And so we're taking these devices, monitoring it, and we're actually reducing speeding in the neighborhoods. If you'd like to know more about that, give me a call. If you'd like the speed spies in your neighborhood, give me a call. We'll make sure that they're there. Thank you.
Several years ago, there was a divide between the Florida Highway Patrol and the Sheriff's Office. They need to work together. They need to work together. We've got a problem with speed in a certain area. We don't have a deputy to call, or the deputy's busy. Call FHP and say, look, we've got a complaint. Can you go out and handle it? And on top of that, I think they ought to meet every month, sit down all the officers in the county. Doesn't matter if it's FHP, FWC, WCSO, whichever one, meet and have intelligent meetings and talk. You know, talk about where the problems are, the traffic safety problems are, where the complaints coming in. You know, I had a neighbor of mine the other day, lives on Wakulla Road, it's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, and said, something's got to be done. She said, they're welcome to park in my yard if they want to, but something's got to be done. But this is going to take cooperation between each agency in this county. And as far as the traffic unit with the SO, I think it's great. I don't think that they should be working fatalities. I don't believe in that. First thing I do is I go to the troop commander with FHP and say, look, we've got to improve our response time. I know they've got a problem with response time. We've got to improve it, and we will give these fatalities back to you. And they've got the equipment, they've got photogrammetry equipment to map out scenes and stuff where they can get in there, get it done quick, and get out. Not only that, once you clear this scene, then you got to worry about going to civil court. We're going to tie up an officer in civil court where people are suing. So I think that the Highway Patrol should take back fatalities and serious crashes that might result in a fatality.
Now we're going to go back to closing statements. I'm sorry, we're going to conclude with closing statements. And as determined by the coin toss before we began, Mr. Creel has the first closing statement and Mr. Langston gets to end.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Democratic Executive Committee and the Republican Executive Committee for hosting this forum tonight. It's time for a fresh change within the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office. A fresh start with new ideas and new leadership. It's time to bring back respect for our deputies who are on the front line of law enforcement. It's time to bring back their morale so they can focus on protecting our citizens instead of focusing on how they are being treated by the current administration. I've talked to a lot of deputies, a lot of them, and they tell me about the morale. Our citizens want to know how their tax dollars are being spent. I'm going to show them that with a transparent budget. They're concerned about our crime rate. I'm going to improve this through proactive law enforcement programs. Our citizens are concerned about our children's future. I'm going to improve this through programs designed to help our children. For a fresh start with a full-time sheriff, I, Charlie Creel, ask for your vote on the order of this case.
You've heard a lot of information here tonight. You've seen a law enforcement officer and a traffic officer doing their very best at being politicians. And we appreciate you being patient with us because I don't think either one of us are politicians. I mentioned in the beginning of this forum that the voters of this county has some very important choices to make. So here it is. Do you want a man who has over 30 years experience in law enforcement in his home county? Or do you want a person who was very good at enforcing traffic rules and regulations? You see, I care deeply about this county. As many of you know, I was raised in Smith Creek. I went to high school at Wakulla High. I've dedicated my career and much of my free time to Wakulla County. And I can tell you this, these are claims that the other candidate in this race simply cannot make, and we've seen it this year. I know what it takes to keep you safe. I have the administrative experience to lead our sheriff's office the way that it should be led, with experience. This is not an economy to train a baby sheriff. On November the 6th, you'll be tasked with hiring Wakulla County's next sheriff. That's your responsibility. When you look at my resume and consider my deep roots in this county, I hope that you will give your vote to me and give me a chance to keep this county safe. So I want to thank you. I hope you all travel home safely this evening. May God bless you. And may God bless Wakulla County. Thank you very much.
I want to thank our